Hey everyone, in this video today, we're installing a catalytic converter shield on this Toyota Prius from MillerCat. This is the particular shield that I'm using, and the link is down below. You will need a couple of ratchets, a couple of wrenches, 14 and 12, also a couple of sockets, 10, 6.5, and 1/2, this screwdriver, and a flat screwdriver. In addition, a 14mm socket, a 12mm socket, and a jack and jack stands. Next, jack the car up and put the jack stand at these points, which I'm showing here. I'm also using another jack just to keep the car in place. Opened up the packaging and indicated the driver's side and the passenger side along with the orientation of the plate. On either side of this bar, there are some 10mm bolts holding the plastic cover down. Once this comes out, the cover will drop in that area, but there are additional tabs to remove. Plastic tabs like these will come out by popping them down using a flat tip screwdriver, and the goal is to make this plastic cover loose on both sides of the catalytic converter. Once it's flexing about this much, that means it's about loose enough. There is this metal bar with 4 screws on the back side of the catalytic converter. These have to be removed, and this whole silver bar comes out. Next, we stick this foam onto the plate right between these 2 screws and one up here as well to prevent vibration. This is how the screw and washers go in together. Unfortunately for us, the washers were all wrong, but the correct size are M8. So the top 2 screws end up going into this frontmost silver bar, and it helps to have additional help holding this up when you're trying to put this in place. The screws with the custom head end up going through these front 2 screw holes. And as another tip, the plastic covers on either side of the vehicle should be holding up the bottom part of the catalytic converter shield to help it stay in place while tightening up the rest of it. The hardest part of this whole process was lining up this metal bar here that we removed to install the remaining 4 bolts. The main problem was putting the spacer in between the catalytic converter shield and the bar, then sticking the screw in 4 times. So what we found out is if we lined up all the screws in place and then worked backwards by putting the washer in and then followed by the metal bar last, then screwing all 4 in at the same time, that is the way that we could hold this up and get everything screwed in. So we put the screws and washers in place and let the plastic cover hold them up. Then reach in through the top and place all the spacers in place. After that, we snuck that crossbar in and then lined up all of the holes. After that, we were able to hand tighten each of these individual 4 bolts, followed them up with a wrench as well. Then we went back to check every single bolt just to make sure everything was tightened back up. Front bolts, rear bolts, etc. Now the plastic caps can go back in their places, just like these, and this one down here as well. And we end up with some replacement bolts since they were swapped out, as well as the bit. Put those away, lower the car, and now the job is done. Thank you very much for watching. Please drop a like and subscribe.